Hey guys, my name's Sam and welcome to PrepMedic. In this week's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the Duty IFAK by Active Carry Technologies, and I will also be giving this kit away to one of you. So stay tuned for that and let's get into it. Alright guys, so this video has been a long time coming. Today we're going to be reviewing the Duty IFAK from Active Carry Technologies, and I'll give you guys all a second to get over the fact that I just said Duty. But for real, this is the same company that sent us the Field Agent Kit a couple months ago that we gave away. And spoiler, I will be giving this away and instructions will be down in the description below. It will be an international giveaway and I will be using a third-party service to help facilitate that and do the drawing for me. So you'll be able to enter if you're on YouTube, Instagram, whatever platform you follow me on. So I'll leave all those instructions down below. But getting into this kit, this is kind of the little sibling to the Field Agent Kit. A lot of what's in it are the same, except it's pared down to kind of the essentials. And a lot of what I have to say about this kit is pretty similar to what I said about the other one. The bag itself on the outside, I'd say this is a medium duty bag. You know, it's not overtly tactical. When you look at it here, this has a hook loop field in the front, and when you order this, you'll get one of their patches. I usually take off company patches on my kits and put something else on. And then if he has the supplies, he'll send you like an American flag on here. Obviously, if you win this kit and you're out of the United States, I'll still send you the flag with it, but I don't know if you'll actually display it or not. On the outside though, we've got a small pocket here. We'll go over what's in there. This flap in front with another pocket before you get into the main pocket. On the back, it can be attached to MOLLE webbing. It comes with a Sharpie on the outside, and you'll notice that it doesn't come with trauma shears just because this is a much more compact kit, and that's okay in this case. Bag seems pretty sturdy. I had this for a couple months and haven't had really any issues with it. Coming over to the front pocket here, the same as the Field Agent, this is going to have a couple cotton swabs. These are not for wound packing. These are only for nosebleeds, so they're nosebleed cotton swabs. I've said this in so many videos, but do not use tampons or anything like this for packing a bullet hole. It doesn't work. Don't do it. But this is for your nosebleeds. Coming into the pocket under the flap, we've got two things in here. One, you have the same clotting gauze. Now this is for minor cuts and bleeds that aren't stopping but isn't something that's going to be life-threatening. This is not combat gauze. This should not be used for wound packing. If I was carrying this kit, I would probably take this out just because it would save a little bit of space, but it's not going to hurt. It even says on the back here that this is for minor cuts and abrasions and nothing that substantial. So I'd probably keep this out, but you know, it's something to have. It comes with the kit, so I'm not complaining about that. In here you've got steri-strips. Steri-strips are for wound closures that would otherwise require stitches. They don't necessarily replace stitches, but I'd be lying if I say I haven't used these on cuts that I probably should have gone in for. These are a good thing to have in any kit, and this goes along with the theme of this kit pretty well. Active Carry Technologies makes these kits for people that are kind of in the middle of nowhere. These aren't your bare bones bleeder kits or just stop the bleed kits. These have things for basically anything from a small little laceration or cut to major bleed. So you'll see a lot of items like this that wouldn't be found in a regular IFAK that you'd buy from North American Rescue or Dark Angel Medical, that kind of thing. Come into the main pocket on the kit. Clamshell opening here. On the top, you've got a CPR mask. You know, I've talked a lot about these, and it's probably one of the more controversial things I've talked about, but a lot of times in CPR, now we're doing continual compressions. Where these will come in useful is for your apneic patients, your people that have stopped breathing. These will help you give rescue breaths. But if I was a civilian just doing CPR on somebody I came across, I would probably just do hands only and wouldn't bother with rescue breaths. I'll try to link some articles of that down below, or I'll do a separate video on it at some point. Okay, so opening it up, my opinion on this kit remains pretty much the same as the field agent, because you'll notice how much stuff is in there, which is excellent for your excursions, people that are working in remote areas that need a little bit of everything. What I will tell you though is this probably, like I said before, is not a door kicker's kit, because in those situations where you're only going to be dealing with major bleeds and bullet holes, you're not going to want to dig through so much stuff to get to what you need. But for somebody that needs a really compact kit that can come with them, be thrown in a backpack, or even potentially mounted on a belt, although I think this is just a little bit big for that, this is a great solution for you. All right, so opening this up, we've got your PPE, and one of the changes he made since the last video is, you'll notice on the field agent, it was a dark green gloves. He's now put in tan gloves, which I think are a lot better, just because they'll show blood on blood sweeps and make sure you're not accidentally contaminating yourself if you get something on your glove and you don't see it if it's a dark colored glove. So some PPE in there, which is always good to have. You've got a saline flush for flushing eyes, wounds, whatever you have. Even if it's just a minor abrasion, you can flush that out, or if somebody gets something in their eye, this is a good first aid product to have. Right in the center, and it is actually pretty easy to access, is your SWAT T. So this is your tourniquet. Now, I've talked a lot about tourniquets, and the SWAT T is not one of the 3 that's approved by the Committee for Tactical Combat Casualty Care. I would probably recommend, if you're going to get this kit, to carry a second tourniquet, either a CAT or a soft T wide, somewhere else on you that's easily accessed, and use this as a backup tourniquet. They work. We use them on the ambulance as a backup tourniquet, but they're not quite as easy for self-application as one of those other 2, and they they can loosen over time, and they've been shown to do that in some studies. So they do work. They're good for patient comfort. They can also be used for slings and for a pressure bandage, so they are multi-use, really compact and pretty cheap as far as cost goes. So these are a good option, but just be aware that they do have some drawbacks, and I would still carry one of the approved tourniquets along with this. But this is a good option, and it's basically put in this kit because it is so small, keeps the cost of the kit down, and is pretty multi-use. So for somebody that's backpacking or something, you have something that can be used for a lot of different items. All right, so coming down, we've got an emergency blanket. These are great to have. Any survival kit, these just help insulate you from the elements. If you don't have one of these in a kit, you're doing something wrong, especially if it's an outdoor survival kit. Obviously, you can get ones that have some insulation to them, but there's not enough space in here to get one of those. And you can just layer your clothes under this, and this will do wonders for your patient. Hypothermia kills in trauma. All right, one of my favorite items in all of Active Carry Technologies kits is the ouch pouch, which this is just a small kit that has some antidiarrheals, some ibuprofen, so your NSAIDs, and then it has some small band-aids. It also has tweezers and a small utility knife. This is a great kit, and it will help treat all the minor things. Like I said before, I'm not, applying tourniquets every day. I'm handing out band-aids and removing splinters. So this is a great addition to this kit. It also has some triple antibiotic ointment for your small wounds. So I really like this kit. This is one of my favorite items that Active Carry Technologies includes in all of their IFAKs. All right, coming deeper into the kit, a roll of duct tape, which I don't need to tell you guys how useful this is. This can be used for everything. It can even be used to secure bandages or just fix a hiking pole or what have you. So great addition to this, and goes along with the theme of this being a kit for somebody that's hiking out in the wilderness or doing something similar to that. For a trauma dressing, we've got the H&H compression bandage. This is a compact version of the Israeli or the ETD, and it might not have quite the absorbent padding that some of those other bandages have. It also doesn't have a whole lot for pressure, but as you're wrapping it around a wound, you can twist it over the wound, and it's going to give you more direct pressure there. It also has a latch to secure it to somebody. This is a great thing. I was carrying this in my ankle pouch for a little bit. That's how small it is. I ended up taking out because it was a little bit uncomfortable, but these do work and they're a good product. Some gauze pads, which I don't need to explain these. These are pretty useful. And then one of the last things in here is just your Z-Pack dressing, and this is for wound packing. So for your junctional injuries where a tourniquet might not work, you can use this. So that's all that's in this kit. Now what I would add to this, obviously I would carry another tourniquet that's approved by the Committee for Tactical Combat Casualty Care, and I would also put in a chest seal. I've tried it out. You can actually fit this hyphen chest seal, the compact hyphen chest seal in this kit with everything in there. I'd probably recommend getting something for that because that will help you for your chest wounds, things like that. Other than that, I think this is pretty comprehensive. You know, it's got a little bit of everything from minor to major. You can pick this kit up for, I believe it's about 80 bucks on Active Carry Technologies website. If you use the discount code PM10, and I'll leave that down below, you'll get 10% off this kit, and he'll also throw in a Gerber dime with your purchase of this kit. So that will be going on while he has supplies for it. You know, he's been a really big supporter of this channel for quite a while, so good company, makes a good product. I would recommend you going to check them out. This kit is probably a decent car kit. It would also be good for backpacking outdoors, like I've said a couple of times. That is all I have for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll be giving this kit away, and like I said, that's all in the description, so read all the instructions. I'll be doing a third-party service for the drawing of this. It will ask for your email. Don't worry, I will not be sending you anything. I don't have a newsletter or anything like that, and I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm not here to make money. I don't get any money for reviewing these kits. I just want to have a lot of things to give you guys so you can make an informed decision when you're buying your own first aid kit. If you have any questions of anything I covered today, please don't be afraid to ask in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And I've got some other videos coming up. Happy holidays, and I will see you next time.